Welcome to Python. It's a very popular programming language. Many people love Python because its code is easy to read and understand. You can build all sorts of amazing applications with Python, from websites to data analysis tools. Many large companies around the world use Python for their important projects. It's a fantastic language for beginners who are just starting their coding journey. It is also powerful enough for experienced developers. Learning Python can open up many exciting career opportunities. Today we're going to look at a common error you might see. This error is called an attribute error. So what exactly is an attribute in the world of Python? Think about objects in Python. Almost everything in Python is an object. An object could be a simple number, a piece of text, which we call a string, or a collection of items like a list. Objects can also be more complex things that you design and create yourself, like an object or object. Attributes are essentially the properties or actions associated with these objects. A property could be something like the of a car object. An action, often called a method, might be something like the function for a list object. These attributes define what an object is and what it is capable of doing. Understanding attributes is fundamental to Python programming. Now, let's define what an attribute error is. An attribute error is a specific type of error message that Python shows you. This error pops up when you try to access or use an attribute that a particular object simply does not possess. For example, imagine you have a list of items. Python lists have a built-in method called which you use to add new items to the end of the list. If you accidentally type instead of, Python will get confused. It will then stop your program and tell you that the list object doesn't have an attribute named. This specific situation is precisely what an attribute error is. Let's try to understand this with a simple analogy from everyday life. Imagine you have a pet dog. A dog has certain characteristics or attributes such as its, or its. A dog also has certain actions it can perform, which are like methods in Python. These actions could be or. Now, if you were to ask your dog to, it wouldn't be able to do that. The action is not something a dog object knows how to do. It's typically an attribute of a cat object. Python behaves in a very similar way. If you ask an object to perform an action it's not designed for, or try to get a piece of information it doesn't store, Python will raise an attribute error. Let's look at a real code example to see an attribute error in action. Suppose you have a list containing a few numbers. You want to add another number to this list. The correct Python method to do this for a list is called. So, you might write, then this code will work perfectly and your list will become. But what happens if you make a small typing mistake? Imagine you type instead. Notice the typo is missing a P. Python will immediately stop execution. It will then display an error message. This message is very direct and helpful. Here is another common example, this time using a custom object that we might define ourselves. Let's say we create a simple Python class called. This class could look like this. Then we create an instance of this class. We can easily print the title by writing. This would correctly output The Great Gatsby. Now suppose you forget the exact attribute name and try to access instead of. Python will again stop and raise an error. The error message clearly indicates that the object you created does not have an attribute. One of the most frequent reasons for encountering an attribute error is a simple typographical error, or typo. We saw this in our first example with instead of. It could also happen if you meant to call a string method like to convert text to lowercase, but you accidentally typed with an extra R. Computers are extremely precise. They execute instructions exactly as they are written. If the attribute name in your code doesn't perfectly match an actual attribute name of the object, Python won't be able to find it. Therefore, carefully checking your spelling should always be your first reaction when this error appears. It's often an easy fix once spotted. Another common cause of attribute errors is attempting to perform an operation on the wrong type of object. Sometimes a variable in your program might not contain the type of data you think it does. For instance, you might have a function that is supposed to return a string. However, under certain conditions, this function might fail and return instead. If you then try to call a string method like on this variable, you will get n. This happens because the special object in Python doesn't have a method or any string methods. It's vital to be sure about the type of data your variables are holding at any given time. The very first step you should take when trying to fix an attribute error is to read the error message very carefully. Python's error messages or tracebacks are designed to be helpful. They provide valuable clues to guide you to the problem. An attribute error message typically tells you two crucial pieces of information. First, it specifies the type of the object you were attempting to use. Second, it tells you the exact name of the attribute it couldn't find on that object. For example, if you see, this clearly means you tried to use the method on an integer variable. Integers don't have a method, strings do. This information immediately narrows down your search. Next, you should meticulously check for any typos in the attribute name you were trying to use. As we've discussed, this is a very common source of attribute errors. Look closely at the attribute name in your code. Compare it character by character with the correct attribute name, which you might find in documentation or in your own class definition. Did you perhaps spell as, or maybe you typed, when the method was named? Common with British versus American English spellings. Sometimes, the issue can be as subtle as a case mismatch, for example, using when the actual method name is. Code editors with good syntax highlighting can sometimes help, but diligent proofreading is essential. If the attribute name appears to be spelled correctly, then the problem might lie with the object itself. It's possible that the variable you are using does not refer to the type of object you expect it to. You might believe you are working with a string, but the variable could actually be holding a list, an integer, or even the special value. You can easily verify the type of an object in Python. Just before the line of code that is causing the attribute error, insert a simple print statement. When you run your script again, the output will show you the precise type of your variable, such as for a string, or for a list, or for. This is incredibly useful for debugging. When you are still unsure about the available attributes for a particular object, it's time to consult the documentation, or use Python's built-in function. If you are working with Python's standard library, like lists, dictionaries, strings, or with external libraries like NumPy or Pandas, the official documentation for Python or that specific library is your best resource. It will list all available methods and attributes with explanations. For your own custom objects, meaning classes that you have written yourself, the function is very handy. Simply use and Python will output a list of all the valid attributes and methods that are available for that specific object. This can help you find the correct name or confirm if an attribute exists at all. One of the most effective strategies for avoiding attribute errors and many other errors is to code carefully and test your code incrementally. Try not to write hundreds of lines of Python code before you run it for the first time. Instead, adopt a habit of writing small, manageable chunks of code. After writing each small piece, test it thoroughly to ensure it behaves exactly as you expect. If an attribute error does occur, you will know that the error is almost certainly located within the small section of code you just added or modified. This approach makes the process of finding and fixing bugs, known as debugging, much simpler and less frustrating. Think of it like building a complex model. You check each connection carefully as you go. Using a good integrated development environment, or IDE, can also be a significant help in preventing attribute errors. Modern IDEs such as Visual Studio Code, VS Code, PyCharm, or Spider come packed with features designed to assist developers. One particularly useful feature is auto-completion, sometimes called IntelliSense. As you type an object's name followed by a dot, for example, the IDE will often display a pop-up list of all the valid attributes and methods available for that specific object. This not only speeds up your coding but also greatly reduces the likelihood of making typos in attribute names. These tools are there to help you write higher quality code more efficiently. Developing a solid and thorough understanding of Python's various data types is fundamental. Take the time to learn the differences between core types like lists, dictionaries, tuples, strings, integers, and floating point numbers. More importantly, familiarize yourself with the common methods and attributes associated with each of these types. For example, you should know that lists have methods like and, dictionaries have and, strings have and. If you are consistently clear about what kind of data each of your variables is intended to hold, you are far less likely to mistakenly try to use an inappropriate method or attribute, thus avoiding many potential attribute errors. This foundational knowledge will serve you well. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, do not let errors like attribute errors discourage you on your programming journey. Every single programmer, no matter how experienced they are, encounters errors regularly. Attribute errors are particularly common, especially when learning or working with new libraries. Try to view these errors not as setbacks, but as valuable learning opportunities. Each time you successfully diagnose and fix an attribute error, your understanding of Python deepens just a little bit more. Keep practicing your coding skills consistently. Make it a habit to read code written by other developers. Work on small personal projects to apply what you learn. The more you code, the more proficient and confident you will become in handling all sorts of programming challenges. Enjoy the process of learning.